Hello everybody and welcome back to Robert's Reviews. Today is finally the day. We did a whole series on Saw. It lasted technically 9 days if you include the day that I released my Spiral movie review, which I do, so 9 days. 9 movies in a row. That's exhausting and draining. But I've taken a few days off from thinking about the Saw movies just to finally figure out exactly where I think that they lie in relation to each other. And now I'm ready to share with you all of the Saw movies ranked. Just a quick reminder that if you like the video, please consider subscribing. It's a huge help. Thanks. So, I'm going to start off from my least favorite movies and work my way up to my favorite movie of the Saw franchise. This is so far because technically, or at least supposedly, Saw 10 is in development right now, which does not surprise me after seeing Spiral. So, we're going to start all the way at number 9. And my 9th and least favorite Saw movie is Saw 4. Now, I think the reason that I hate this one so much is because it's the first one that was not good to me, right? Like, there are, like, 3 films that I just really, really dislike in this series, and this is the first one that shocked me. I was like, wow, this is really, like, boring. And it's the first one where we kind of start to stray away from more Jigsaw-y kind of things and move towards other people who, frankly, have different motives and therefore make it less interesting. And I watched the first 3 in one day, and that was my bad. And I watched 4, 5, and 6 in one day, which was also my bad. And I didn't really care for 4, and that's why it's last on my list. Number 8, we have Saw 5. This is the sequel to Saw 4, clearly. And I really don't think it's that much better. I think that this one and the following one are also just kind of baseline for a Saw movie. It is what you want it to be. There's a lot of gore, there's a lot of blood, but like the traps don't make as much sense as the other ones do because they don't give them a chance to escape, which I think is really dumb. Coming in at number 7, we have Saw 6. Again, also really not much better. It's just all in the same area of like, wow, this really isn't very good, and honestly just not worth watching. Number 6, we have Saw, the final chapter. I actually did not hate the final chapter. I think the final chapter was actually pretty good. I think that it was what I was looking for. It was a good definitive ending for a series. Of course, they ended up making at least 2 more, so it's like, whatever. But it's definitely not as bad as the other 3 that I've already mentioned. But it's not really that much better, but it's better enough to the point where like it's worth being above the other 3. Coming at number 5 is Jigsaw. Now, Jigsaw to me proved that there's still some life in the Jigsaw story, and in the Saw franchise itself, really. And it also shows that just because special effects are better doesn't mean that the movie has to be better. Because, like, while it is, mid-tier in the list, it's not number 1, and it's, like, none of the newer ones are number 1. So it's like, just because you have better special effects doesn't mean the movie's automatically going to be better. And I think that they realized that, and that's why it took them a little bit of time to really consider making Spiral. Coming in at number 4, we have Saw 3. I don't hate Saw 3, but I definitely, it's fine. It's definitely better than the ones I mentioned before. It's in the original trilogy that, just feels so good to watch. If you're going to watch Saw, the only 3 that I would watch on end would be the first original 3. The first original 3 are very solid. Number 3, we have Spiral. I like Spiral. I like it a lot. I actually think the movie is really, really solid. Really fun to watch. If you guys get a chance to watch that one, definitely do. Chris Rock's excellent. The production value seems really way more higher, which I guess doesn't really help the film, but it doesn't hurt the film either. It felt nice that Saw was finally getting more of a franchise look than other films, because they had these 7 movies before this that just felt so ununique. And while Spiral did reuse a lot of the Saw things, it didn't feel ununique. Coming at number 2, we have Saw 2. I think Saw 2 is really fun. It was the first time that we actually delved into something that wasn't just the traps. Because in Saw 1, it's just traps and like all that kind of stuff. There's some police work, but not a whole lot. Then in the last, in Saw 2, we really do get into Jigsaw and why he's doing it and all that kind of stuff. And it was really fun to finally get to see that. And the issue is that they kind of go on and on and on about that for the next like 7 movies. But Saw 2 was the first time we did it, and I think it was well done. Coming in number 1, of course, is Saw. Saw is the best movie in the franchise and is easily one of the best horror movies of all time at this point. I love Saw. The first Saw movie is excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I would definitely give that one a watch. If you're unsure about watching the Saw movies, I get it, I do. But definitely start off with watching the first Saw. Don't try to, watch Jigsaw or Spiral because you think it's going to be better because it's better quality. It's not. Saw 1 is the best Saw movie. Easy. That's it for me. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about any of the Saw movies. Drop them down. I want to know your lists. What are your lists? What do you think in terms of where you would put all the Saw movies in ranked order? Okay, I want to know. And please consider subscribing. It's a huge help. I put out videos like this every single day. Every single day. So if you guys are interested in movie reviews and all that kind of stuff, definitely subscribe and like the video. And as always, keep watching movies and television, stay educated, and I'll see you guys in the next video.